So the other day, I was giving a lot of thought to the idea of monogamy and polygamy, and what the whole purpose of all of life is. And I came to a very simple conclusion. There's only one thing that anybody wants. It's to be happy and best in that. And that's all. I got to thinking from a psychological level, like looking at the general, like just how people are. Like we grew up and had our two parents that fucking hated each other. Like everyone had parents that hate each other. That's why they cheat on each other. That's why there's no good relationships in the household. There's nothing. There never is, and that's the biggest binding factor on the mind. You think somehow you got to mimic one of you mimic one of your parents. You have to be like that one or this one, or it's got to be. And the word is, see, here's where the crazy mind of Zen goes. The word is monogamy. It's a moon versus polygamy. It means poly, I mean many. Into the mind of the many, into the spread the many seeds. Who doesn't want to do that? Does anybody really, 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 really want to just be like with one other person? I mean, yeah, in a sense, you want kind of some sort of comfort and stability in going, oh, that person's my savior, that person's my protector, that person's my whatever. And that's a monogamous, moon-based currency mindset. And see, then I do all that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And what I'm saying is, we all were like, let's just, you gotta love mother. You love your mother. It's always that, and your mother and your father, and you under this delusion that your parents actually loved each other. They hated the fuck out of each other. At least mine did. I mean, they fucking despised each other's faces. Why? Because they were in each other's space all day long. It's a giant house. And like, here's where we're here. This is the room we can be in. This is the room that we do the fucking in. And then the fucking stopped. And then everybody else was a fuck. And that's the room where you go. And that's the basement. It's scary. And there's the kitchen that nobody cooks in with the canned food. This is just a little story of my upbringing, my childhood, and I think it speaks to everyone. I think everybody understands this. In this whole world, everyone wants to be a polygamist. That's the truth. I mean, I'm thinking about like, well, because I'm not married, I can do anything I want. I'm like just thinking about like, how many women have I been with? How many dudes has that woman been with? It's like, what? It's a reference of like looking at my parents and going, they fuck who? Oh no, my mother's a bad person. She fucked somebody else, and my father hated her for it. Or my father was fucking somebody else, and my mother. Who knows? I don't know how the relationship worked, except for the fact that it didn't work. It was terrible to look at. It was terrible to experience and see and be in. Like, if there's a two-dimensional space, meaning watch the TV and watch stupid, crazy shit things happen. And like in 3D and in the real world where I was sitting, my entire upbringing was my parents hating the fuck out of each other and hating me for being there. That was it. I mean, that was the size of the triangulated, my parents, where are their friends? Where are their relationships? They had one relationship. It was with each other and whatever, like that, and it sucked. It was the worst thing ever to look at. Like then it's always like, these people, they fucking suck. How do I not be like them? How do I be nothing like these two pieces of shit? That was always my, like, what is this? I mean, I didn't grow up going, oh, they're pieces of shit. I didn't think that. I thought like this is a normalized, this is what it's supposed to look like. And in 3D, like I'm sitting there involved, like in a whole triangulated, and they bought me. They purchased me. I was adopted. Like they couldn't even conceive a child, so they purchased one. And then I became the ruins of their entire idiocracy of being monogamous, and I became the result of that. And I hated them, and I hated everything about myself because of them. And then I didn't know that until years ago. Like you get past childhood, you get into college, you go through all that thing, and you're like, and that, then I always I speak to people, and you can't blame them, and they didn't know any better. How could they think they would exist without one another? How could the moon exist without the sun? How could the sun exist without the moon? Well, they do. They just go do what the fuck they want. That's the giant story of everything. But it's like piecing it together in my own mind, going, I don't want to be like them. I don't. Like, I say in my mind, I say fuck them, but I would never fuck them. I would never be in a relationship with them. They suck as humans, just point blank. Like, they fucking suck. I don't like anything about my parents. Both of them are dominators, submissive. Like, that's them. They suck at the world. And so I'm like, I would use the word fuck them. They suck, right? Sucking and fucking is in my mind, because those two words mean something bad. And then I go, oh no. I grew up and I was like, oh, I like pleasure. I like to have fun. And so, like, one of my first intimate memories of somebody that I was with, I forget her. I don't even know what her name was. I don't know. But she came to my parents' house. It wasn't my house. It was their house. It's their house. It's their rules. And I have a girl in my room, and there's just screaming from the downstairs. Open the door, don't you? Like, she was so angry that I was happy and that she wasn't. That's what it was, over and over and over again. My mother was so angry, and my father was so angry, because they hated each other. And so my vision and my pursuit of pleasure, they didn't like it. How could they? Because they weren't happy. And then we go through all that. Like, so I have this, like, oh shit, my attachment to the pleasure principle is my mother just screaming, fuck yeah, open the fucking door, coming up and opening my door while I'm with a girl, trying to be pleasurable, pointing at me. Get the fuck out of here. Get that girl out of here. That's the vision of the mother for me. I mean, that's how I grew up. And the father was always like never there, I went home. I went back to my house. My house. It's mine. I own it. It's on my land. I went back to the house that I grew up in, the domicile, about 6 months ago. And I just looked at it again, and my father was such a giant piece of shit. He was just a giant, like, abusive asshole to everything. Kicked little dogs, threw shit at little tiny little dogs. Fucking just, he's got cancer, he's dying. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. Smokes his whole life. And I tried to help him many times, many times. I'm the child, but I'm supposed to help him. Tried to help him many times, how to fix his health, how to fix his diet, how to fix, try to help my brother. He's got fucking shit. He's since a child, because of all of he can't digest things, so he shits fucking giant pieces of shit. Like, he's constipated always. Skinniest 130-pound weakling. Couldn't pick up a toothpick. That's them. And they bought me. My parents brought me in, like they owned me. And I have this vision of they have no intimacy with each other, no intimacy with me. I was just their product. They produced me. They thought they owned me. And I go through this whole thing, watching my mother, my father, thinking they're like, what assholes these people are. They hate each other. They're so monogamous. They're so moon. And so, like, whenever I see the principle of happiness, I always associate it with, like, well, you gotta care for that one thing, that one person. And as I found myself being pleasured by and pleasuring in hundreds of people, thousands, millions, billions, the entire planet, the whole entire system. I pleasure everyone, and everyone pleasures me. And I thought about that process. So I don't know. I've always been polygamous. I've always, put a ring on it, be married to Saturn. No, I've never liked that concept. So I try to help people with their mind about that. But at the same time, I reflect back and I go, oh shit. Am I being like my mother? Am I being like my father? Am I being a possessive, monogamous, moony? Am I doing that? Certainly at times, absolutely. That's what everybody does. But outside of that, it's like, oh no, we all family. What's up? What are we doing? What are we doing out here? Where can I drop my seed? Can I put it inside of you? Would you like that? Would that be pleasurable for you? But you can't be honest and say that. You can't just right up front look at somebody like, hey, can I pleasure you? Would it be pleasurable? Do you like looking at me? Am I pretty to you? am I your vision of a god, or am I your vision of somewhere that I can? Would you like to? Don't you dare think and feel that way. Don't you dare feel pleasure. Don't you? Who the fuck do you think you are, enjoying yourself and someone else? And that's how we've all grown up. We've all been told, don't enjoy each other. It's all bad. What are you gonna do? You're a sexual being. Your body, you like yourself. The mind says, get the fuck out of here. Why? The mind was the overlords, the Sith overlords that purchased me, that bought me, abused me. They thought they owned me. And I went back there, I'll tell you again, I went back there as I was 38. I watched this fucking asshole be a fucking asshole. And I was like, all I could do is like, what the fuck? How? Go live your life. Go to Florida. You're old, retire. Just get the fuck out the system. Just go and get some sunshine. Enjoy life. No, I can't do that. Got to take care of things. Got to be the man. Got to do the shit that made me dying from cancer. But we got to go to the doctor, get radiation, poisoning. But we'll fix everything here. The story over and over and over again. I'm like, what the fuck are you fixing? You're an asshole. This woman, the woman that he was with, oh man, like she hated him, he hated her. But they just, I love each other. They didn't love each other. They didn't respect each other. They didn't respect anything. They didn't respect the house they lived in. They didn't respect the yard. They didn't respect the fucking anything. They were pieces of giant piles of shit. And that's all I can. I just go. How do I navigate that in my mind? How do I navigate everything that I see on the TV, everything that I experience, every time that look at all of these forces out here, get pulled over by the cops, and I got PTSD from that. You know what? Here's a fun story. Me and my friend, we're traveling. Cops pull us over. I got long hair and a beard. Wearing a Carolinas. She's brown. I look like a pothead. Whatever. I don't know. I'm a hippie. Pull us over. I'm happy, right? Pull us over. Get out the fucking car. Both of us. No, I'm not getting out of the car. I got no business with you. He grabs onto the door handle The window's open. Sticks his hand. The door was locked, right? I was like, no, I have no business to do with you. I have nothing to do with you. I have no business with you. He puts his hand into the car. Into the car, unlocks it, and opens the door. My dog's in the backseat, freaking the fuck out. He unlocks the door and opens the door and puts his hand on his gun, pulls his gun out. Like, are you fucking serious? Because I said I got no business with you? There's pot in the car. It smells like, it reeks of pot in here. There's nothing even in the car. There's nothing in the trunk. I'll call the fucking. We'll get everything out here. We'll get the pot out of this car. We'll get the whole thing. And nothing even in the car. We're not like. We're just driving. We're not even driving. No, we're traveling. We're just traveling. At least, like, holy shit, this dude's about to fucking murder us. Like, really, like, had her walk the fucking line. You're drunk. It's not even. Like, none of this even happened. And and that's so, throw that in psychology of, like, trust issues with all of humanity, happiness issues with all of everything. Trust a cop, trust my parents, trust anyone. How could you? And I go, oh shit, out here in the streets though, I feel so much more comfortable with my black family, with my melanated family. I feel so much more comfortable with people that are rooted into the organic world, that are, we out here, y'all. Like, it's always been more comfortable for me. My parents were fucking racists. People I grew up with, fucking racist. They hated my black friends. I always tried to bring my black friends to the house. Fucking hated them. So fucking funny. And here I am trying to navigate through these muddy waters. My parents didn't listen to music. I didn't listen to music. They didn't want me in any kind of music class or art class. My father wanted me to be. He wanted me to play soccer. He was a coach on a soccer team. Never played soccer ever. He played basketball and baseball, and he bowled. I fucking hated bowling. I hated fucking baseball. It was the stupidest sport to me. It was the dumbest fucking thing. He saw that I was good at soccer. He needs to be the coach. He knew nothing about soccer. I was infinitely talented at playing soccer. I played center midfield. I played in Italy. I went to college, Division I school. I could have been a great soccer player. My father was like, nope, I'm going to coach that team. Show him how to play soccer. He couldn't play soccer. He couldn't do a fucking thing. He was an idiot. He was clueless. And I went back there. I was 38 years old. He said, you were so much different on that field. You were so much better than everyone. Why didn't you just be, you could have been a soccer player. You could have been that. And I could just see it. He was so mad because he couldn't be a baseball player. He wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough to be a basketball player. Yeah. Never. I didn't play basketball until I was in 10th grade. Like, I really didn't play. All of a sudden, basketball was simple to me. Still, 10th grade, 5'10", playing in a church. Steal the ball from a friend of mine. Go down and I can dunk. Oops, here you go. Fucking 11th grade, somewhere in there. 5'10", white dude dunking? Really? Seriously? I didn't even play the sport. I don't even know how to. Whatever. All of a sudden, I'm good at basketball. Whatever, because I liked it. It was fun. Why? What's basketball associated with? All my melanated brothers. It's easier for me to do that. Just walk out anywhere, anytime. You can just pick up and play basketball. Easy. You can't. You have to organize a whole thing to play soccer. A bunch of little fucking white kids in the suburbs playing soccer. That's what my father wanted. That's what he needed. That's what he wanted me to do. 3:33 in the a.m.
Go to sleep. It's an hour to be up. What are you doing?
Drinking right out the jug of water. A giant 2-gallon distilled jug of water that I'm drinking at 3:30 in the morning. What is that? Are you drinking? I went home. My father, he never drank. I can't drink. Got to take care of everything. I was 38 years old. Son, do you have a drinking problem? No, actually, you have a drinking problem, Dad. That's what I try to say to him. I actually, I never call, I don't call him Dad. I don't call him Father. I've called him by his first name. As soon as I left his house, whatever it was. I mean, he left first, right? See, and then I never used. I don't call him Dad. I don't call him Father. I don't call him anything. I call him his first name. I call him. Well, is that your name? There you go. I'll call you that. So I call him brother. I said, what up? I'll call him son. I don't care. He's a child to me. So I go home and son, do you have a drinking problem? I was like, no, you have a problem with drinking. I'm happy when I have a drink in me. Here, well, have a drink with me. He has a drink with me. He has 2 drinks. Now he's happy. He's happy. We're having a good old time. But if I had a drink by myself, do you have a problem? You have a problem, he says to me. I don't have a fucking problem. He always had a problem, and then he put it on me because he had a problem with it. I don't know why he has a problem with it, because it made him happy. Where is everybody? How does everybody want to be happy and euphoric and magical and beautiful and synchronistic? How do we be all those things? Well, he couldn't be, and he instructed me to be like him. He was a ugh. He was part of this system. It was a system he was a dominator. Where did he come from? Why did he buy me? Because his seed didn't work. He couldn't get an erection and drop a seed into a woman to make a baby. Or maybe her shit didn't work. Or maybe they didn't, I don't know, maybe they didn't have the right parts. Maybe they were transvestites. Maybe they were from the Tron world. I don't know. But they bought me off the open market. They were like, can we get a kid out of this? Somebody else to dominate and control, because we can't control ourselves. We can't have fun ourselves because we hate ourselves. Let's find someone else to put hate onto. And I just again and again, and what did I do? As soon as I could figure out how to have fun and enjoy myself, these people always wanted to take the joy and the fun and everything out. They wanted to suck everything out of it. My father wanted me to play soccer and be good at soccer to make money so he could live off of me. Always just vicariously. Vicarious. He was curious about why I'm a king, why I'm a Viking, why I'm a god. He was curious because I'm all of these things. And he said, why can't I reproduce myself? Because he fucking sucks at everything. I can make babies everywhere. I drop my seed everywhere. I have children everywhere. Everyone's my child. If you had any understanding of how many women I've impregnated, and just there's babies everywhere. There's millions of them and billions. The whole planet I populated. I'm just being funny with it, but did I? Did you? Are you my children? Yes, of course you are. All of you. I love all of you. I want you all to be happy. I want you all to be happy, polygamous, unmarried, just walk around the earth and you just what do you like that? Does that like you? Okay, there you go. Let's be a polygamous community together, all of us. Why not? Be everything that the system doesn't want you. The system wants you to be based on the moon. They want you to look, they want you to be a cyst. They want you to be a cyst on the earth. They want you to dig up everything in the ground and succubus off of everything, and rather than just going, no, we have everything we need. We're good out here. We're good. Why are we good out here? Because all we need is the sunshine and some clean water. And then they fucking try to ruin that. They try to steal the water. So what do we have to do? What did we have to do individually. Like, what have I explaining to people? Like, these people out here are so poisoning you with everything in your mind, that I'm like, hey, the only thing that's clean is your piss, literally. Why can I fast on my urine? Because I'm God. Because all I need is myself. That's it. And when people recognize this about themselves, they become like me. But I have to sit here and just go, no, nobody, you can't possibly believe how infinitely magical you are. How magical I am. How all self-substantiating. What do I need? I'll sit here and just, I mean, yeah, density is cool. You know, I'll eat some of that food if you want to share it. But what do I need? I'll sit here and drink my piss. Sit here and, I told you before, I fasted on water for 43 days. What did I need? Nothing. Oh, the water? You take the water away? Okay, fine. Take the water away. I'll piss into my hands and drink that. Then, here's more to the story. Have fun with this. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Then all of a sudden I end up in a mental institution because I was awake for 5 days straight because somebody gave me artificial weed. They gave me fake weed that had methamphetamine in it. I ended up carried off by the cops, took the thrown into the hospital, handcuffed, and I had one hand loose. And what did I choose to do? Drink some of my piss. They wouldn't even let me do that. They called me crazy. You fucking nuts. Set me off. Put me in a mental institution. And I'm sitting there like every single day, all day long. Like it was weeks. This is a story most people don't know about me. Here you go. This is the story. Mental institution for a couple weeks. And every day they say, you're crazy. You're fucking nuts. You're a drug addict. You have problems. And they kept trying to say, every day they'd say, you have a drug problem. And would come into my room and try to hand me drugs. Like, I don't want those drugs. I don't need those drugs. But I don't survive on those things. Every day. Every day. A couple times a day, got the guy down the hallway screaming at people, telling them about God, and you gotta find God, and this isn't. They won't let you out. They don't let you out this prison cell. They don't let you out. I'm like, all right. I had to every day. I was like, hey, listen, I'm a vegetarian. I don't even eat the meat, and I don't do the drugs. I had to remind them every day. I was like, can you put that on your little chart there? You know, can you write that down on your little chart? I don't eat the meat. I don't. Oh, and every day I'm like, I don't drink the milk. I don't do that. Can I just get some vegetables? They wouldn't. Every day they hand me a plate with all of the fucking food on it, like all of this. I'm like, so I just hand it to everybody else, all the other crazies in there. Literally people that had problems, that were drug addicts, that every day would take drugs, and every day they would try to hand me the poison. I'm like, I'm not eating that. I don't do drugs. Like, and the person that's like, I mean, how many people did they make me run through and see? I don't know, eight different counselors and shit. Tell me, nah, you have a drug problem. I'm like, no, I don't. You all have drug problems. They're sitting there drinking coffee, eating meat, popping Advils, smoking cigarettes, all of them. And I'm like sitting there like, I drink my piss. I don't have a problem. Oh, you're crazy. You drink your piss. You're nuts. You obviously have a problem. As they're all drug addicts. But I wasn't. And so they held me there. And one day they say, oh, what if I just let you out right now? Where are you going to go? I was like, fine, I'll stay here. What do you want? Like, you know, how do I have to explain to you people? How do I have to explain to you people that I'm not the crazy person, that you're all insane? Like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Go watch that movie. And that Indian guy in there, he's like, I just choose to be here. Remember that? Remember that scene? I just choose to be. And I was like, I'm helping people here, because all of these fucking nutcases, they're literally crazy as fucking all drug addicts, literally drug addicts. And while they were in there, they were supposed to be, the institution was supposed to be helping them. They weren't. All they were doing is yelling at them, making them get up and like at the 8 o'clock. Here's the schedule. Putting them into a room. Like half these people weren't even going to church. Put them in a room to go to church, and then giving them drugs. And I was like, I ain't getting up to go to church. I ain't taking those drugs. Am I crazy? And I'm the crazy one. Just stuck me there. Because I was up for 5 days, just 100 and some hours. Didn't go to sleep because I didn't need to, because I was fasting. Oh, and I was also, that's right, I forgot about that part. Somebody slipped some meth into fucking fake weed. Yeah. And so what I did, I was sitting there, I was drinking, and I was like, I want to go to sleep. So I was like, all right, if I smoke this weed, I'll go to sleep. I mean, that was my mind. Let me smoke this weed, I'll go to sleep. And but I couldn't go to sleep. I just stayed awake. I made this tea, drank this alcohol, and smoked this weed. Couldn't sleep. Every time I was like, why can't I fall asleep? So I just sat there and I did this really, 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 really intense magic. And they threw me in an institution for it. They threw me in, they celled me up. And then after that, they put me on a train, sent me to see my parents. My parents just sat there and shit like they fucking sucked. I was like, this is the story. This is what's happened. This is how it works. Like, go up and see these people and just realize once again, like, everybody is a cyst. Everybody is a cancer on this earth. Not everyone. Don't hear me wrong here. Love all of you. Like, love yourself. Love myself. All of this. As Nature Boy Elagio would say, love myself. Because I'm a reflection of you. But here's the reflection. Here's how here's how the story works for everyone. There's people out here that they can't drop seeds. They can't drop knowledge. They don't give wisdom. They're not crystalline light beings. They're not gods. And some of us are gods, and they try to kill us for it because they're jealous. Even though if they knew they're gods too, they just have to stop. Let's just stop ingesting the cancerous plastic world. That's all we say. We're like, hey, we're all out here polygamous gods. I go, no, not possible. So they threw me in a mental institution. And then threw me back up to the rock. Threw me back up to the cold weather. I was like, it's fucking middle of fucking, it was Christmas. I went up there for Christmas, huh? Fun. I'm sitting out there, and it's like, you can go look at my older videos. I got a couple, I think on my Instagram. I'm out in the fucking snow and barefoot and just with shorts on doing push-ups because I mean it's too cold out there for everybody. And it's so funny here. It's if you can hear the dynamic of the story. My father has a business now that he salts the roads. And they get up at the craziest hours. They sleep during the day. They get a call. They got to put salt all over the road. That's their business. Put salt everywhere. How much salt they go through? How much? So because the snow. No, we gotta make sure we melt the snow so the cars can get places. That makes a lot of sense. Throw salt on snow so it melts, and then go back with a plow and pick it up, scrape it all up, push it to the side. They push the salt and snow and slush all over the side of the road where it helps the actual grass, which is the actual weed. Okay, the grass is the weed. It scrapes that up, puts it on the side of the road to help the weed grow. which is actually the grass, and then they come back in 3 days, 4 days, with their lawnmowers, their lawnmower men, and they start cutting down the grass because they have a job to do. When another few days goes by, they cut the grass down again. That they put on in their lawns, instead of just growing food. Let's just, because you could grow food and you get something out of that and eat that. But instead, what they do is they put salt all over, everywhere. They assault everything. And that salt helps the actual weed grow, which is the grass. And then when we're out here just like having a good old time, enjoying ourselves, like what we are. Here, have the fruit. Okay, the fruit. Oh, the fruit took a little longer to process, and it becomes what? It becomes alcohol. So we drank a little alcohol. Oh, that's nice. Feels good. No, don't feel good. Smoke that actual the plant. The original weed was way different than the weed they're giving you now. The original weed wasn't a mindfuck. It was just weed. It was just growing there. It was a vine, and it was divine. And they cut that down. That's no good. The vine up the tree. No, can't have that. Let's put the grass there. And then we confused it. We call weed grass. We call the flower, which is weed. Wait, and then your mind goes, oh wait, shouldn't we be smoking the flower? Shouldn't we be loving the flower? The actual flower that was growing? And then we go, no, it's called the weed. It's grass. And then you get confused. Even though they were salting everything. They put salt on the roads to melt the snow so they could move their cars so they could get to the work, get to job. You know what else he used to do? He used to take care of this dude. This fucking guy. My son. My child. Starved for knowledge and wisdom. My child. Okay. You used to work for a company called Gannett, my child. And you were in the business of the media. And you took care of the entire, he was the operations manager of the plant like he was the top dog, making sure that the media could be produced. Printing press. He was making the media. He went to Germany, literally to learn how to make a better printing press. Then came back to America. Son, listen, you went to Germany, learned how to make a printing press. And then what happened? Brought all that back, all that ink back to America, to the land that is mine, that is ours, that is the kings, the rulers of this earth. You cut down the tree and you started spilling ink all over it and telling people lies to all of us. And you encouraged that. But it's okay. We're not mad at you. You just didn't know. You didn't know what you were dealing with. You had no clue what a god looks like. You didn't know. You wanted to own a god. You wanted to put a genie in a bottle. You wanted to, that's going to give me everything I need. And that's what I was to these people. That's what everyone's been. But now you see what a god is. I'm giving you the infinite wisdom. I'm telling you how all of this works. You are your own creation of polyphasic sleep, polyphasic references. What words do you know? What words would you like? I know all of the words. I choose not to use them. I know how the language works. I know the alphabet, and I know the tarot too. The 26 made 52. What does that mean? 26 cards no, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. No, there's 52. The small ones and the big ones. Oh, then there's the tarot, which means rota. It means to rotate or turn the deck, to flip the deck over. When you flip the deck over, see that? It just vanishes, disappears, it becomes black. There's 52 weeks in your year. Why? Because it's based on magic. Magic is the tarot. Well, my tarot deck, what I work with, there's more than 52 cards in it. Way more. There's billions. There's a number that you don't know how to say. It's beyond infinite. It's beyond infinity. But we're not mad as gods. We're not mad at the humans. We're not mad at the creation. We're not mad at it. We just see that you didn't know how it worked. And so as you were all growing up, all of you little ones out there, we let you play with the gods. Like, and now we're just saying, no, we're here. We're back. The gods are here. So now you can, if you'd like to learn to be like us, because you can't kill us. Why is it Zen that you look like you don't look your age? Go to a bar, get ID'd. I'm almost 40 in these Earth years. But I look like I'm not of age because I don't need to age, because I'm the atomic cellular system, just like all of you are. You're part of me. You're part of me now. Do you see? It's simple. But in the intermin, as the changing of guards, the crossings of the jokers, as the philosopher comedians that were just, we were just, you don't own us. You can't own us. We're not your property. You can learn to own yourself, and we'll teach you how to do that. And I've been teaching everyone how to do that. It's easy. Just the land is yours if you'd like it to be. Just don't dominate, don't discriminate. It's simple. Consume the things that we consume. We don't consume blood, because everything is our blood. We consume anything we want, all of it. But we choose not to. Choose yourself. Choose the tree, the knowledge, the fruit that you couldn't create, but you can now. You can make a child. You can have a whatever you want. Hope you all enjoyed this silly, crazy story. I think I'm going to delete the rest of my channel and just leave this one thing up here. And they're going to be like, oh my god, he's Illuminati. Oh my god, where did his shit go? I knew it, he went crazy. What the fuck? Or no, I'll leave it out there for you. Don't worry, I'm playing with you. Just like last time, I was just playing. All the information's there. Feel free to go through all my videos. There's many, 400 and some now. And this one here, this is extra special. Eye-opening for people. We are the gods. You are the gods. I am God. Come have fun out here. Out here, y'all. First line, second line, the whole thing. 504. What numbers do I need to represent? And what people? What up, Rob? What up, whole family out there? This unit, the G'd up, hosed down. We're all pimps, players, hustlers, punks, scrappers. We're all NSA. We're all CIA. We're all FBI. All of us. Look at that. See? It's a family. Who cares? We're all in NASA too. Remember that. I love you too, y'all. But we're all just guidance counselors. Remember, I'm a guidance counselor. I'm showing you a way, because I'm showing you a way to eternity, to infinity. Peace, love, happiness, unity. Hate and destroy. Do that too? No. Why? Why would anybody do that? Just know what the words mean. Know how to just play around with the tongue a little bit. Put it in your mouth a little different. Bang bang, y'all.